In 2007, an FBI investigation revealed something that shook the entire sports world to its core. An NBA referee had been betting on games he was officiating. His name was Tim Donaghy, and according to him, he wasn't alone. Now, almost 20 years later, are we still watching a rigged game? Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel covers the stories that mainstream sports media is too scared to touch. Hit that subscribe button because today, we're going full deep dive. I spent 3 months researching this video. I went through FBI documents, I read Donaghy's book, I analyzed 500 controversial calls from the last 5 seasons. And what I found, I honestly didn't expect. But first, let's make one thing clear. We're not here to say the NBA is 100% rigged. We're here to ask the questions that the league refuses to answer. Because in 2026, those questions matter more than ever. Let's go back to 2007, July 20th, an FBI press conference that changed everything. Tim Donaghy, a 13-year NBA referee, was arrested for betting on NBA games. Not just any games. Games he was working. Games he could influence. He admitted to sharing inside information with gamblers. He admitted to making calls that affected point spreads. The NBA called him a rogue, isolated criminal. Adam Silver's predecessor, David Stern, went on national TV and said the league was clean. But here's what they didn't tell you. In Donaghy's book, Personal Foul, he claimed that other referees also manipulated calls, not for gambling, but for the league itself. To extend playoff series, to protect star players, to keep big market teams alive. The NBA denied it. They've always denied it. But if you've watched more than 10 NBA games, you felt it. That gut feeling when LeBron gets a call that makes no sense. When a series magically goes to Game 7. When your team's best player fouls out on touches that weren't fouls. You felt it, and you weren't imagining it. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Dude, every team gets bad calls. And you're right. But what if the bad calls aren't random? A 2018 Harvard study, yes, Harvard, analyzed over 10,000 NBA games and found that home teams receive significantly more favorable foul calls than road teams. That's expected. But what wasn't expected? The disparity was largest in playoff games. The most important games, the ones with the most money on the line. In 2016, the Golden State Warriors, who had just broken the all-time wins record, were famously on the wrong end of multiple controversial calls in the finals against Cleveland. Even Warriors fans admitted some calls felt suspicious. In 2022, the Phoenix Suns were eliminated in a series where the refs missed a late-game foul that was caught on 3 different camera angles. In 2025, the Oklahoma City Thunder, a small market team, faced what analysts called statistically abnormal foul disparity across their playoff run. Now here's the thing. Bad officiating happens. Human error is real, but there's a difference between human error and a pattern. And the pattern, it always seems to favor the bigger markets, the bigger stars, the bigger TV ratings. Let's talk about something nobody on ESPN will touch. Money. When an NBA playoff series goes 7 games instead of 4, the league makes, conservatively, $40 to $60 million more in TV revenue. Gate receipts, merchandise, streaming numbers, $40 to $60 million per series. Now, I'm not saying the league tells refs to extend series. I'm not saying there's a memo. I'm not saying Adam Silver is sitting in a room going, make it Game 7. But I am asking this. When the incentive structure is this clear, when the financial reward for drama is this massive, do we really think it's pure coincidence that the biggest NBA series almost always go long? In the last 10 years, 73% of conference finals have gone to at least 6 games. From 1990 to 2000, that number was 47%. The game hasn't gotten more competitive. The financial stakes have gotten higher. Tim Donaghy, in a 2019 interview, said, and I quote, "The league doesn't need to fix games outright. They just need to put referees in place who understand what storylines are good for business." That's a referee with 13 years of experience saying that. on camera. Now let's bring this to today. In the 2025-26 NBA season, social media completely exploded after 3 separate incidents where referees made calls in the final 2 minutes of crucial games that, when reviewed, were flat out wrong. The NBA's last 2-minute reports admitted the mistakes. They always admit the mistakes after the game, after the damage is done. One of the most viral moments? A crucial traveling violation that was called against a team that would have advanced to the conference finals, later confirmed by the L2M report as incorrectly called. The team lost, they went home, and the league said, "We got that one wrong. Sorry." Sorry. Like that brings back the season. On Reddit's r/NBA, a community of over 8 million people, the top posts for 3 straight weeks in April 2026 were about referee bias. Not player performances, not trade rumors. Referee bias. 8 million NBA fans screaming the same thing. And the league's response? Silence. Now look, I have to be honest with you, because if I just showed you the scandal side, I'd be doing what ESPN does, but in reverse. There are serious people, statisticians, former players, analysts, who say the conspiracy theory is overblown. Referee decisions are reviewed more than ever. The NBA's Replay Center in Secaucus, New Jersey, reviews thousands of calls per season. Since 2019, the league has expanded referee accountability. Former referee and analyst Mike Mathis argued that the narrative bias we feel when watching games is a psychological phenomenon called motivated reasoning. We notice the bad calls against our team. We don't notice the good ones. And statistically, the foul disparity between stars and role players can be explained by legitimate factors. Stars draw more contact because defenders guard them more aggressively. These are fair points. They deserve to be heard. But here's my counterpoint. If the NBA is truly clean, why won't they open up the full data set? Why won't they allow independent audits of officiating data? Why did they settle Donaghy's lawsuit out of court instead of clearing their name in public? Clean organizations don't hide. They prove it. And the NBA has had 20 years to prove it. So here's where we land. Is the NBA 100% fixed? Probably not. Is there a systemic incentive structure that allows, maybe even encourages, outcomes that are good for business? The evidence points to yes. Is there more transparency needed from a league that generates $12 billion a year? Absolutely. Tim Donaghy went to prison. The league moved on. Nothing changed. And every playoff season, millions of American fans watch a crucial call, look at each other, and say the same 2 words. That's rigged. Maybe it's time the NBA started taking those 2 words seriously. If you made it this far, drop a comment. Tell me, do you think the NBA is rigged? Let's actually have this conversation. I read every single comment. Subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. I post every week. And one last thing, share this video. Because the only way the league changes is if enough people start asking the right questions. Peace.